So, John, we're finally here.
I know, I'm right here with you.
No, I was talking to John.
Oh, that John.
This
I thought
John.
you meant this John. John, we're here.
Glad you're here.
Phil, thanks for having us. Why are we here? What are we calling you?
We're cooking dessert today.
4 episodes in, and we finally get to the favourite part of any meal, the dessert. I knew if I hung in there, it'd eventually happen.
Well,
why Frogmore? Why
We
here?
have to come to the ultimate place for dessert in Hobart, which is Frogmore Creek.
Dessert Central.
Absolutely.
Brilliant. Well, let's get cracking. What are we waiting for?
Excellent.
I'm starving. Let's go, John. Now, John, before we started filming, I saw you whipping this up. Now, what is that? Is that cream?
This is the start of our cheesecake.
Oh, right. What's in there?
In there we've got the Tongola goat cheese.
Ooh, Tongola goat's cheese and...
A little bit of cream cheese, some whipped up cream as well, a touch of sugar, and then we're just about to add the gelatin and the lemon juice into it now.
Okay, Tongola.
The magic of television.
Yeah. So, Tongola, I'm going to fold this.
Yeah. Or
Oh, fault. Wow, John.
I'll just...
Hey, you'll
I'm
get
quite
me to stop
impressed
it.
you
You're
know what that
going to
means.
teach
I
me.
want to turn it.
Turn it.
That reminds me of that scene in Ghost. You know when they're creating the pottery thing? No?
You mentioned earlier that the dessert, which I'm doing a good job here if I don't say so myself, is going to be called Forest Floor.
That's right.
What on earth is it
Yes,
going to look
sir.
like? Is it just a cheesecake? Is this
grab
like
that
the
there,
base
Paul.
of
Well,
it?
here's something that I think Church has actually created beforehand.
Oh,
So
right.
tell us a little bit about this and why you would do this.
So this dessert is I'm wanting to showcase each of the individual ingredients and their own merits. So like the goat's cheese is going to be a star, the passion fruit's also going to be a star, the white chocolate's going to be the star. So there's many different elements that are going on with this one, and we want them all to be enjoyed like to their most. You know.
There's the folder. Is that okay?
Back to the folder.
Yeah. So that's looking really nice now.
That hurt.
Oh dear.
I get tired really quickly because I'm not used to doing this.
And then we're just going to transfer this into a parking bag, and then we're going to put that off to one side and use that a bit later on. So
It was breakfast.
this next one, we're actually
The
going to make
next
a
bit.
chocolate soil.
Oh,
A chocolate soil. Oh, the
right.
soil of the forest floor
Yeah, soil.
will be chocolate.
Yeah.
Wow.
it's
course.
exciting, isn't it?
How do we do that?
So basically, we're going to put all these ingredients into this bowl, and
Okay.
you're just going to get in there with your hands and just give it a good
So what do we got? What's
you
that?
definitely
Coffee?
don't know where mine needs to
Cocoa.
be.
cocoa powder.
Cocoa powder.
Okay, and then we're just going to put that all into
Nice.
Oh, wow. Get that in here.
I'm alright. It's all good.
sugar,
Is that like caster sugar?
Sugar.
caster sugar,
Caster sugar, cocoa
Sugar,
powder.
gratefully.
What is that? Flour?
plain flour, yeah.
Plain.
Ooh, hello. Getting ready to make
Icing?
No,
Corn flour?
sort of,
Talcum powder. What is it?
that's baking powder.
Oh,
it's close.
I was going to say that next.
And this is very important as well in all baking things. This is this
Sure.
fraction of salt.
Yep.
Oh, just a pinch of salt.
Totally.
Just
More than
changes every element of the all the.
because they
the
say that,
flavours.
don't they? Is it
Yeah.
true? Now, you guys can tell me. You know, there's that urban myth, but it might not be an urban myth. You put like a bit of salt in your chocolate milk and it makes it taste amazing.
Yeah, it brings it out.
course.
It
Yeah.
basically
that's a true
accentuates
thing.
the
It's
flavour.
a flavour enhancer. So this essentially at this stage we're making biscuits, which biscuits are going to become. But instead of like rolling them out into little balls, we're actually going to put it into a big sheet and bake it in the oven, and then it's
And then crumble it?
And then when it's dry, when it's come down, it's all cooked and cool, and we're going to crumble it up, and it's going to look a lot like soil.
So you just like smooth that out?
Yeah, we just rough that out like that, and that will
It
cook.
literally looks like
looks
we're on
like
a gardening show
Yeah.
and
Yep.
you've just grabbed some potting
Bit of-
mix.
bit of topsoil.
Isn't that amazing?
Yeah.
And all you did was crumble that with your fingers.
That's right. Yeah, yeah. I mean, you could do it in a mixer. It's a good job for the kids actually. Like if you've got kids at home and you want to make something like this, just put everything in a bowl and let them go for
And
it.
that just goes in the oven.
Would you have much left though? No, I don't think so.
You might. That's great. That was yummy. Forest floor going into the oven. At how much degrees?
160.
Oh, here's something you prepared.
Oh, white chocolate buttons.
White chocolate.
Are
Yes.
they really white chocolate buttons?
They are white chocolate
you
buttons,
sure?
but this is going to be the start
I'm
of
going to
our
have to
caramelised
prove that they're
chocolate.
white chocolate buttons.
Please do.
Of course.
Yeah.
Hang on.
Do you want?
Oh, of
Oh, here
course.
they are.
And this is also going to go in there at 160 degrees for about 20 minutes or so. And that's the same for the chocolate ripple. And then when they all come out, they'll be nice and ready to
And
crumble.
it's on like a slip mat.
Yeah.
So like a special, it can melt on that and
Yeah.
you just
yeah.
wipe
So
it off.
if you were to like do this straight onto the metal, you'd be forever cleaning up.
Yeah.
Oh, here we go.
Oh, hey, that was a
Very fast.
yes, something
very
you
fast
prepared
15,
earlier.
18 minutes.
Oh, there we go. Now that is
That is it.
That stuff before, and you just crumble it now?
Yeah, so we can get this and just give it a crumble. Now, next tray, that's our caramelised white chocolate. So after that's been cooled down. Now, this one, sometimes it's a bit hard to break up in your hands. Sometimes you can get away with it, but that just starts to look like dirt. The next one is pistachios, which, funny enough, were also roasted at 160 degrees. So they've just got this nice sort of golden
trend here.
Golden colour to them. So now we're making the passion fruit curd.
Oh,
I can smell it. I can smell it from here. It's fantastic.
That's curd.
This is cream.
Damn.
One day you'll get it.
You were close, mate.
I just was running curd.
So close.
Sugar, craft sugar
What
again.
about sugar and everything?
Okay.
Love
But
the
what's
sugar.
a dessert without sugar?
Gotta have it.
We're just going to get a little spoon and just give that a bit of a
I've got a
stir.
oh, you probably don't want to use mine.
No,
No,
I'm not
no,
touching
no.
that one. Yes, that stays where it
It's my
is.
tasting spoon.
And then we're going to get that one cooking.
It's like a little hill in the middle. There we go.
Yeah. So have you ever used an induction before?
Induction oven?
Yeah. No, induction cooktop.
Top thing. Yes, one of those. I have.
All right, I'll go ahead.
Cool. We've got one at home.
Do you really want to do this?
We've got it because we've got kids. So you get an induction.
Would you like more water? I can do this.
Please. Thank you.
So you just put this on.
Yeah, just put it on, hit start. On. Start, yep. That's it. It's doing its thing.
Do I need to stir it as it goes?
Not really, no, because we're just going to scald that one just so all the sugar's dissolved.
Scald it.
And then we're going to mix it over the top
Don't
of
swear.
some...
Naughty mixture.
And then we're going to mix together the passion fruit and the egg yolks, which we've separated off beforehand. So we're just going to...
How many eggs?
I think that's 12.
12.
You know what? I'm not... That last little bit there, especially, that's quite important.
Passion fruit. I can see why you're marrying your pastry chef now. So you obviously have to make this together when you make it.
My God.
This is where the love happens right here.
The aroma is incredible.
Mixing of the eggs while the passion fruit gets poured in slowly.
Well, what we're going to do next is once this is all nice and whisked up and our cream is scalded off, we're going to pour the cream into the egg whites and transfer the egg yolks back into the pot, and then we're going to temper the egg yolks so that they set, and that's when we're going to add the gelatin.
What
to
does
it.
temper mean?
You don't want them angry. It's really important.
Was that thing I put on the induction oven?
That's how fast it goes.
Put it in.
We don't have a risk of any hair falling in with John X, but
No, don't.
Wow.
No
Don't
hairnet
talk
required.
about that. He gets upset about
No, I
that.
don't care. I get upset. No, I don't.
Wow.
and that's all good.
No,
So then we're going to put all that back into here,
Yep.
and then we're going to transfer it to a soft spatula.
That's it. Good wafting.
That's good. The passion fruit just is stinging the whole time, and that's it.
Every little drop out. Beautiful.
Cool. And then
Magnificent.
this is the motion that we're going to do. So we have to get it right to the edges all the way around whilst this is slowly cooking up to temperature. And the temperature exactly is 82 degrees.
82.
82. So once it gets 82, we need to stop it cooking.
Do you want me to do that?
Tempering down slowly. It might take about 4 or 5 minutes. Now the other job that we're going to do is we're going to make a raspberry gel.
I'm excited about
So I've got some pre-made raspberry puree,
Yeah.
and we're going to make an agar gel, which means we need to cook it up to 85 degrees to bloom gel. There you go.
that. So technical.
Okay, so in there, so for those of everybody who don't know, agar is a derivative of seaweed, so it's like a really, really strong gelatin. It's a thermo-irreversible gel, so it means you can heat it up and it won't bother it on so
Hold
much.
on, say it again.
Thermo-irreversible.
God.
So like gelatin will melt at anything over 40 degrees, whereas agar will be stable up to like 70 degrees, and for that reason it makes a really nice velvety gels, so that's why we like to use it.
This is ready.
Excellent, so we'll bring that one over here and we'll grab the saucer out of the cool room.
Please don't be curdled.
What happens then? No, it's not curdle. I haven't.
Oh,
I just
pretty good.
I didn't stop stirring the entire time.
Okay, it does look really good though.
It was boring, but it was worth it.
So, the next step is to transfer them into our little mould that we have here.
Transfer what?
The
Look at
just-
that. Look
Just
at
makes
that.
nice looking little... I kind of messed that one up.
It's all right. Overshot the runway.
You got a bit cocky there. You got a bit cocky. That's what
Would
you
you like
need.
me to put it into your blast chiller?
Yes,
Everyone
please.
should have one of these at home, by
Yep.
the way. Only like $30,000.
Yep.
Next, chef, what's up?
Raspberry gel.
Naturally.
Yep. So what we're going to do is we're going to put all of our agar.
Yes.
Agar.
Puree.
Sounds like a viral. Agar. I am Agar.
Now we're going to use a very small whisk
Oh, it is.
Oh, that's
you
cute.
You weren't lying.
Baby whisk.
And then we're going to cook that up to 85 degrees.
I'll
Now,
just keep going.
because this takes a long time to cool down to the correct temperature, we actually have some we have prepared here.
I love it when you say that.
And then,
We prepared earlier.
so if like you can probably tell just by looking at this, but like it's a really stable gel. Like it's
That's
much more stable than like a gelatin would be. Like it's not at all jelly. It's like breaks apart.
And that's where that short,
Yeah.
see it breaks like that?
Yeah.
So what do we do with it once you've done this?
So after we do this, we take the whole thing out and we chop it up a little bit more and we hit it in the blender.
Let's set up.
Puree it up, pass it
Brilliant.
through. It's a little bit tedious to do, so I don't think we're going to worry about that one at the moment.
Is that another one prior?
Yes.
Oh, I love it. Okay, get the taste test. Lucky me. Look at that.
So it's
It
just
holds up very well.
just
Hey,
silky smooth,
you always have to
nice and velvety.
Oh man,
Raspberries.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
The next thing we have to do is we put together our cheesecakes, and then we will dip them in a white chocolate and cocoa butter shell, so they have like a hard crack on the outside.
Here is a mould I prepared earlier.
Excellent. Now this is the cheesecake that we had, the cheesecake mix.
Absolutely, I remember.
So what we're going to do is we're actually going to 3/4 fill this.
That looks like a
bit of a Jack the Ripper thing
give
going
yourself
on
a
here.
shave when you're done. Look at that.
And then we're just going to 3/4 fill it, so it's like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you want to do that?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Mm,
Actually, no, I'll do it. Yeah.
Yeah.
You can
Wow,
get.
don't
You
trust
can
me.
get the.
Whatever.
You can get
The other thing.
the passion
that's
fruit
there.
curd, the set passion fruit curd that we had in there.
Get the right one. Yep.
Just looking a little bit like that, maybe a little bit more in each of these, because we want them to be nice and flat on the bottom. And then this is our passion fruit curd after it's been frozen. And then that basically gets pushed into the middle.
Oh,
Pretty special. Yeah.
get it in there, it says. Get it in there.
And then,
Wow. Wow, look at that.
so. And then we're just gonna kind of cap them off.
So you got a nice little base, so it's
Yeah.
floating in the middle.
Yeah.
Would you like this in the blast freezer?
Yes, please.
Have you finished, John, or would you like
Some
to
more.
partake?
So good.
And then our next one is going to be the dipping, so the hard shell that's on the outside. So in here we have
Looking forward to this.
white chocolate, cocoa butter, and red soluble colouring. The next step.
Let's go. Let's go.
So let's get the frozen ones, and we'll put those guys out. So we'll pop these ones out.
Beautiful.
On the forest floor, there were spears from the natives.
We only need 3. So all we're going to do is just going to stab the base of it. These ones might be okay. And then we're just going to dip it in straight like that.
Of course.
Lift it up.
Pretty special.
And the chocolate starts to set because it's cold, and then we're just going to, all these little drips and stuff like that, we're just going to scrape those little drips off of it. And then we're going to
It's setting already, that's incredible.
lift that up, and that's it. That's one.
Oh, look at that.
Now, we're nearly there. We're nearly finished. This stuff is gold dust.
It's literally gold.
Literally gold. And we just want to add like a little bit of a shimmer and a little bit of a shine to this, because it's like quite a whimsical sort of fairyland style thing. So we want this to be really sparkly when it goes out. Right. And we're just gonna
Look at that. Again,
like
what's that thing
Chucks.
we're using? It's the chucks.
Again, it's the
Thank you very
chucks.
much.
How
That's the
versatile
green
is
one.
that, Chucks?
The green one drops the dust a lot better than the blue.
excellent. So I think we have everything we need to start plating up.
Oh,
What we have here.
oh,
These are
special.
our plates. We want them to look like logs because
they're amazing.
Forest floor.
we want everything to look like soil on there with a mushroom growing out of it and mosses and lichens and everything, and it just makes sense that it's on top of a log. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to use that chocolate crumb that we made up earlier.
Dirt.
The dirt.
Nice bit of
You
dirt.
get your dirt.
So and we're just going to do like a little bit of a, just kind of spread it
Sort of
around
random.
wherever it looks like it might be needing some dirt.
Yep.
Now, cocoa nibs. Cocoa nibs are actually
Cocoa nibs.
Yeah, these are toasted off, but they're basically 100% cocoa flavour.
Delicious.
They're not very nice to eat plain, I mean in great quantities, but they have like a real dark chocolatey sort of scent to them. The next thing is going to be using our pistachios. Okay, and we're just going to follow those same sort of lines just wherever that looks like there needs a little bit of colour. But I'm leaving this little tiny gap here because that's where our mushroom is going to sit.
I noticed that. It's
Now
great.
this is our white chocolate crumble.
There it is.
Caramelised white chocolate. And again, that's just going to be, it looks like wherever it needs like a little batch of colour, but you don't want to cover everything. The next one
And the colours are great too.
is we're just going to run around with our raspberry gel, and we're going to do like quite a nice large top there, because that's going to stick down our mushroom.
A baby mushroom.
Yeah.
Yep.
Now, and then we're just going to go like 4 or 5 dots, just wherever. And again, that just gives you like a little bit of a berry sort of look, like a berries on the forest floor.
Yeah.
And it also has a little bit of function because we can set our other garnishes in there and they won't
Against
slide
it,
all over the place.
yes.
Yeah. So these are some meringues that we piped out earlier and we dried them in the oven overnight. They got
Nice.
their little peak on them, so what we do is we just gently trim the top of it with a knife, and they come out looking like that.
Oh, yes.
And that becomes our stem.
Oh, the stem for the
Stem for the mushroom.
Yes.
Yeah. I think we might do some of this stuff here. Some pistachio sponge.
hello.
That's a sponge.
Hello.
Yeah, this is the pistachio sponge cake which we made in the microwave.
Earlier, pistachio sponge. How do you do that?
So this one,
Pistachios, ground them up.
we get pistachios, sugar, flour, and some egg whites, and then we puree them up in the blender, and then charge them in a canister, and then pipe them into an empty coffee cup, like a takeaway coffee cup with the holes picked in the bottom of it. Microwave it for 30 seconds, and that's what it looks like. The next one,
Oh, you know these ones, John.
Snap frozen raspberries.
that's correct.
We
Yeah.
love them.
And we're just going to sit those, just wherever it looks like it needs a little pop of colour. And then we have this this fennel, this wild fennel which we picked from the gardens earlier today.
Sweet.
So these are our sticks.
Oh, this is the white chocolate.
So this is the white chocolate that we've tempered and then piped into these little sticky things, and then we've covered them in cocoa powder so they look like sticks as well.
They do too.
And then we're going to go with some of these violas there. So like if they're really really small flowers, you can get away with doing the whole thing.
Yeah.
In this
You don't
case.
overdo it, right?
Yeah, but so we're not going to go too crazy with flowers. We'll probably put like 2 on each of them. And then we're going to get our final ingredient, which is
I'm going to change the name of this to the Enchanted Forest Floor. Because
then
that's
we're
too
gonna
special
put
for any forest
that
floor. You're not going to find a floor
just
looking like that
resting
up
on
to
top of that,
time.
just like this. And you just give it a
There it
little bit of a wiggle, just make sure it's not going anywhere.
Wow.
And that's our forest floor.
Wow.
Yeah. So we
There
got
is
the
one thing I'd like to add to this though. The goat's way sorbet.
Oh yes.
I brought my nitro.
Great.
Can't wait to taste it.
Thank you, John.
Well done.
This is brilliant.
Thanks, Church.
It looks
Appreciate
amazing.
that.
It looks amazing.
Ooh,
The colour.
thanks,
It's going to get stuck into it. Look at that.
Good.
All right.
Work of art.
Let's do it. Let's get out there.
Let's do it.
Go on. I'll plate up. Get out. Get out.
Okay.
Can we tuck in?
Should we tuck in? And a little bit of effect here too.
Yes.
Ooh, I like a little
all
vapor.
about the ambience.
That was subtle.
Should we do it?
Yeah.
Let's
How
do
we
it.
just crack the top?
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
It's cracking. Oh, look at that.
Oh, there it goes. There it goes. There it goes. Oh, look at the yellow bit. Looks like an egg that you've
passion
cracked.
fruit curd in there.
Passion fruit, pavlova,
Oh.
goat's cheesecake,
Oh.
raspberries.
The textural differences and the balances of the flavour, it's just beautiful. Now, the only thing we need to do is have a beautiful mouthful of the Frogmore Ice Riesling.
Cheers, John Churchill. Thank you
cheers.
so much.
Sorry, I got in first. Cheers, thank you. It's fantastic.
Gentlemen.
Oh,
Wow, that's pretty good.
we don't have stickies often enough.
No,
and that's
we
why
don't.
when you have it, you go, wow.
A little bit of sorbet.
What a... Well, I must try your sorbet. Oops.
So where did it all begin?
Well, Western Australia, which you're familiar with.
Sandgroper, awesome.
So there was a nice restaurant. At the time, I was working as a deckhand on a cray boat. So,
right.
and I knew the chef of another restaurant, and he wanted me to come and chuck oysters for him for a couple of nights just at the table. And then but he couldn't just have me out there in my fishing gear. So he gave me a chef jacket, and for that one night, I just pretended to be a chef. and
Oh my God.
just fell in love with it.
It's good, isn't
I
it?
love the theatre of it, like the standing next to the customers and the guests and
In
like,
the costume.
and sharing this experience with them and chucking the oysters for them and like having a bit of a spiel about what they're eating and then from there it was it's a short thing that I wanted to start working in restaurants. Yeah.
And what happened with training then? So you were on the Cravo, you came and shucked oysters in a chef's jacket, you liked it, and I can understand the feeling, I love wearing this gear.
Yeah.
So were you trained over in WA?
Yes, but it actually started a little bit before then because I was working part-time at school at a poultry shop. So I was chopping up chickens every day after school, and then when I became, because Geraldton, West Australia, where I'm from, it's a huge crayfish industry over there. And I was like, I just really want to go and work out in the sea, and so I got a crayfishing job. And then to get that, I had to do a certain amount of time like filleting fish at a seafood place.
Oh, how awesome.
So I spent a lot of years doing chicken, a lot of years doing seafood, and then just to round out the primary industries, I actually did a little bit of butchery as well, only for about a year or so.
This is before you started becoming
before
a chef.
Even before
you
I
started
went
training to be a chef.
That is fantastic. So you got
Wow.
the basics down, straight up, which is gold.
You must have aced your classes in that department.
Well, I spent a lot of time. I started from the bottom, like everybody else did.
Yep.
So I had these other industries and a little bit of experience on a knife, and then I spent a year just washing dishes. Like they wouldn't even let me pick up a knife. They wouldn't let me touch anything.
But
and then as soon as somebody was sick that day,
Thrown in.
I jumped into their section and I was cooking chips. Just chips.
The next level. It was the next step up, yeah?
But that to me, that was like such an achievement. It was like, I'm actually here cooking food for people,
And people are eating it, the hot stuff.
Yeah, and of course from there it just snowballed outwards, and here we are, like all halfway across the world now. Like,
What brought you here though? Why didn't you stay there?
because I moved from Western Australia, I actually went to France for a couple of years. Did a little bit of actually I was mostly building houses, but
Do they know much about
really?
cooking over there?
Of course, yeah. I lived
Just a little.
just up the road from Monsieur Barachard, he had his own restaurant. And he was fortunate enough I was fortunate enough for him to let me come and help out with him every now and again. So I had a little bit of cooking experience in France. And from there, we actually moved back to Melbourne because I wanted to further my career in cooking, and like I knew that Melbourne was the cultural capital of Australia, and I was.
So you worked at restaurants there?
Yep, I worked at a restaurant for Creek Brothers down in Port Melbourne, and that was a couple of years there. And then through there, I actually met our current head pastry chef and my partner, Nicole. And then she's originally from Tasmania, so this is where the story
the key.
comes back.
This is what happens.
Connection.
Tasmanians go away, meet people, and drag them back. We're like a black widow spider. We just get them on the web and go back. You come, in you come.
Send out the web.
Not that you're regretting any of this.
No,
I'm
of course
sure.
not. This is easily my favourite job that I've had.
So she got you back
fantastic.
here?
She got me back here, and we're living here full time now. And I wasn't expecting to find anything of this calibre down in Tasmania. I was expecting to work in a fish and chip shop or something like that, and I was happy with this. But then,
Because you loved cooking chips.
that's right.
That's where it all began.
But we found Frogmore Creek, and it's just been no looking back ever since there. So like we love how much creativity we can put into the food here, and how much is just on par
God.
and on level with what we're about. And everybody that works with us at Frogmore, we all share the same ethos. We all want to be surprising and interesting in ways that people haven't experienced before. So in many ways, like I'm really glad that I got removed from Melbourne and brought back down here. Yeah.
Wow. It's incredible.
Brilliant.
Well, John Churchill, thank you so much for letting us in to Frogmore Creek. It's been fantastic. The Frogmore Creek 2019 Ice Riesling has been fantastic. I'm now going to pop the Ruby Pinot Noir, if you don't mind.
Well, eh?
Is this like another sticky?
Yes.
Oh, good. Look at that. That matches.
Similar to a port.
Similar to a port.
Oh, I've just finished.
Would you like some?
Yes,
What do you know?
please.
Anyway, thanks again, John. It's been absolutely fantastic. Would you like some as well?
Bit of a chug.
Hey, you working
Go
tomorrow?
for a chug.
Might not be now.
Yeah. Hello. You got the keys to the cellar?
Raise a glass, shall we?
Yeah.
Again?
Cheers.
Why not? Cheers. Extraordinary. Thank you.
Thank you for coming.
Pleasure.